Hey guys, I got so many DMs about the makeup that I was wearing the other night. That was like a nudish, bronze, glowy sort of makeup look. So I'm going to be doing that for you today. Sorry, I'm holding up my mirror. I'm going to go through all the products and then I will link them in the description of this post. If you ever have any questions or anything, or you like something that I do with my makeup and my posts, you can always reach out to me. I love it. I love sharing all these fun things. And let's get started. Yes, the dogs will be in this video because they have just been such little like cuddle bugs lately. It's so weird. First things first is you want to have your face be super glowy. I know. All right. Super glowy. Moisturized. So I've been using this Indie Lee. It's their squalene. Let's see if you can see it here. It's their squalene oil. It's really, really good. I love all their products, Indie Lee. They're clean beauty, and I just love how they feel on my skin. So just a couple of little drops here, nothing too crazy, and just letting it kind of be patted into the skin, even on your neck. It's so dry here in Denver, so it's nice just to kind of have like a moisturized palette, because some of these products I find are a little like more matte, and I like to have my products look not too matte, so I just put a little bit of that to get my base started. And then I also put it on my hands just because I like how it feels on my hands. And then give that like a minute or two to kind of soak in, and then you're going to go for your primer. I have only had one primer like I've ever used, and it's the Too Faced Hangover face primer, which I love. I really want to try, I've heard really good things about the Tatcha water primer, as well as, what's the other one? I don't remember, but eventually I will get them because I'm getting pretty low on this guy. So yeah, I am going to use this to kind of just go all over my face. It just gets your skin ready for makeup and just kind of lets everything sit a little bit better. And make sure and get it on the eyes so that you can prime for your eyeshadow. Okay. Make sure that this is all set here. I love how beauty bloggers always have like their hair down when they're doing their makeup, and for me, I'm always like, get it out of my face. So, I just got the Urban Decay All-Nighter Foundation, and I love it. I apply it with a dampened beauty blender, and I have gone for the like heavier, more coverage by doing like 2 or 3 little like dabs on here. But today I'm gonna do about like 1.5. Just that much, it's not a lot. And then just dabbing it all over the face. And I get a little bit on my neck too, just so that it has even coverage. And then you're just gonna get your arm workout by blotting it all over. Make sure and go all the way up to the hairline. Nothing is worse than when you're wearing like a literal mask of foundation. All right. Okay, so once you've gotten coverage of your face. I feel like that was really light. I think I probably could have done a little bit more, but that's all right because I don't want to go too heavy. I'm going to now go for, oh yeah, and by the way, I get this in the shade 3.25, the Urban Decay. Next, I'm gonna go for my new favorite concealer. I've used the same one for so long, and I heard like rave reviews. It's the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. It's awesome. Let me show you a couple of tips and tricks that I've learned as of late that kind of help your foundation, or your concealer like work best for you. So you're going to be making a line close to your nose and then just a little bit out. And then you'll go on your Cupid's bow and then just a tiny bit right here on your chin, on your nose, and then I always like to do like a little crown feather here because you want everything to pull forward, thus the conceal, but it's also, this is cool, it's conceal, contour, highlight, and retouch. Again, you have your damp beauty blender and you're just going to tap in the same place. Don't like smudge it around, you want it to stay forward. So you're basically just gonna be going, you can go over your eye too, just kind of gives a little base. So I'm just dabbing and then bringing out like just a tiny bit to go over the eyes. Same thing over here. Just getting in your workout for the day, your hand and finger workout. See how it like brings everything forward? The darker, like the bronzer you use to kind of hide and conceal things, the contour or the concealer, you use it to bring forward. So normally I use my like NYX stick, but I am going for a little bit more of a dramatic kind of bronzy glow. So while I'm going to set this, I'll come back to the bronzer. Forget what I just said. Okay, the other thing I've been using lately, which I love, is the Revolution Banana Baking Powder to kind of like bake. And if you think that you're like, I don't need to bake, you can, but I've been doing this for a little bit of time now and I love it. Nothing moves, nothing creases, nothing like smears all over the place. It's awesome. The only problem with it is that the container is very difficult and you have to like stick your whole like beauty blender in there and then it's just not as easy. So again, keeping with what you want to highlight, I really hate how this does this. Keep it close and you're pressing each time, like pressing in. Getting a little bit more here. I mean, you could pour it into the lid, but it's messy. Ooh. Come on. And then I go from the ear to the mouth. I like, you can do like the half like crescent moons from like here to here, but I like the line. I like how it distinguishes things. So I don't do too much. If I feel like I need a little bit more, then I go back. This is sticking for some reason. So all the way to the ear and back, and then there. So this is going to bake and kind of like set the makeup that you've just applied. And I'm going to, in the meantime, do my eyebrows. I just got the new wonderful goof-proof pencil from Benefit. One side has a little brush where you kind of use that to finesse your brows where you want them to go. And then the other side is this really cool new sort of shape. And it's like a triangle. It's awesome. I don't think you can really tell from here. So I'm just gonna be creating like a little line here from the top of, or from the bottom of my brow, and bringing it all the way up to the arch, and then kind of filling in from there. It looks super dramatic right now, but that's okay because we're going to blend it out. And then once you have that line, you want to always push your brush up, because that's where your hairs are going, is up. I just got this brush, so I'm still trying to learn like the best ways to use it, but it's goof proof, it's in the name. That was probably the sloppiest I've ever done, which is embarrassing. Okay, try that again. Sorry, my friend called right in the middle of my tutorial. Anyways, so I just did the pencil. Like I just said, probably the worst I've ever done, but whatever, here we are. So now I'm gonna go back with the brush and just kind of fluff it up a little bit, because the pencil can be a tad dramatic. And make sure and get the front like more natural, because the lines can be kind of hard. Brows are done. It's time to brush off the baking powder. So you just get a little brush. I have two similar ones, so I had to put bake on one, and I'm just going to brush it off. Okay, now on to the bronzer. I use the Bare Minerals Warmth, and like a tiny bit goes a very long way here, and like tiny, like that was way too much, even just that teensy part. That's okay, because we're going to get our brush, swirl it around in there, and then go around the forehead. Make sure you're making big circles, and you're leaving that area that you highlighted. Go into the hairline, and then underneath of the cheekbone, so like where you want it to kind of like go in. And then you'll do that 3. Basically like where the sun would hit, and then a little bit on your neck, because you want it to kind of all to blend together. And I just do it a couple times. Bronzy. Okay, so that is that. What I do then is I get a little bit of my blush, and I use the Bare Minerals Gin Nude in Calm My Blush. And I do a little bit on my little teensy brush here, right on the apples of my cheeks. And then blend, blend, blend. And I just kind of do that same sort of like 3, just to kind of have that like flushed, natural look. Perfecto. Then the next step is highlighter. Love highlighter. Don't go crazy with it. I got this one. It's called Ofra, and it's the highlighter from Star Island. And I got my little brush here, my little fan brush, and I just do a little bit, and then follow like almost underneath of the eyes is where you want to go. And like a half moon underneath of your, or on top of your Cupid's bow, and on your nose nose. But what I also do is I take a little bit and kind of go like under the halfway point, and then just a dot on my nose. So that it appears like it's heading upward as well as skinny. Cool. Now what I do is I want to set everything that I've just done. So I take my Urban Decay All-Nighter Spray, All-Nighter Setting Spray, and I just spray my face and your neck. Perfect. So when you go in for a hug, you're not gonna get half your makeup on people's face. While this kind of concludes and I do my eyes, I like to put on a little bit of stuff on my lips to kind of make it supple. And I've been using this Image skincare. It's for your lips. Very creamy. Love it. I feel like it does a really good job of kind of like getting out all those lip wrinkles, which no one really wants, but okay. So while that sets, I'm going to move on to eyes, and because it is like a bronzy kind of glowy look, I'm using my Huda Beauty Smoky Obsessions, and I am using the like tan one and then the one next to it. So, I'll come back to that. Okay. I use this really like fluffy little brush, and I just do a little bit of this on the whole eye and in the crease. And the good thing about the fluffy brushes is that you can just blend until it is blended almost all the way out, which is nice, because the Huda stuff I feel like is really strong colors, like very pigmented, and I don't really always want that, so I just kind of blend. Then I go for the bottom one, just for like a little pop, like an edge, or on the edge and in the crease. This brown isn't too dark, which is nice, so I can kind of blend it a little bit. And then a tap of the darkest brown. Tap. And again, blend. Then I use the kind of like flatter part and get the shimmery, because I love a good shimmer by the eye. And in the tear duct. I love these colors in this palette. They're so nice. A little bit on the brow. So make sure that it is even, because nothing is worse than closing your palette and seeing that it was not even. What I meant to tell you before was make sure that you are sculpting, you're contouring your nose as well. So with the Bare Minerals bronzer, tiny bit. And you're going to kind of make your nose look thinner. So by running along the like top of your eyebrow all the way down and then underneath. And then you're going to blend, blend, blend. Voila. Now that you've done your eyes, I do a second little spray of the all-nighter just to kind of set everything. Ha! Got on my lips. And then what I have been doing with my mascara is I curl them and then I use the best primer of all time. It's the Lancome CILS Booster XL. It's white. I'll show you. It's awesome. I love it. And so I'm just gonna curl my eyelashes really quick. And I've been using Grande Lash for about almost 10 weeks now, and my lashes are crazy long. And I will be doing something with them later on in the month. So going from the base and really curling. This is actually pretty hard to do with one hand. I'm going to skip the eyeliner today and just go for the primer. Make sure and coat your lashes from root to tip. And make sure and do that little like zigzaggy guy. You gotta move quick because you don't want them to dry all the way. Then I'm using my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara on top of the primer. The drama level is real. So you really need to cover all of that white primer that you just put on. Going over it a couple of times because mascara works better in layers. And I love this mascara because it doesn't get like clumpy, like spidery. It just gets like fluffy and full. Boom. Finally, we're on our last step already of our nude makeup look. Is this nude lip, which I love. I have such a hard time finding a nude lip for my skin tone. And this one is called, it's from Finding Ferdinand, and it is Au Natural. Natural. And of course, I still have some stuff on here. I was blending it with other things. So it's just a really beautiful nude lip. And that, my friends, is the bronzed, glowy makeup tutorial. I will link everything in the details, but I love this look. It's very like Kim K summer and it's so pretty. I really like it. It turned out really well. if I do say so myself. So yeah, voila. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments and have a wonderful day.